A rich man funds the invention of a time capsule and uses it to amass wealth by sending rich travelers 65 million years into the past. However, in doing so, he creates ripples in the fabric of time and disrupts the process of evolution of animals and plants. Humans are next, but Travis won't let that happen. The movie begins when Mr. Wallenbach and his daughter take a trip to the past, guided by a team of scientists in the year 2055. Mr. Wallenbach is nervous and terrified while Travis tells him to remain calm. Suddenly, they see a huge dinosaur coming toward them, and Wallenbach loses his mind. Travis continuously advises them to stop wherever they are, as they can't step away from their path or interact with anything at all. As the dinosaur comes closer, Travis waits and lets Wallenbach shoot at the dinosaur, which he kills using his specialized laser gun. The time travelers return and enjoy the party in the lab with Hatton and the rest of the team. Wallenbach thanks him for allowing the opportunity to travel, but his daughter has developed a liking for Travis and wants to know where he is. Hatton sulks because he doesn't want any inconvenience for his rich customers. So he calls Travis from the lab and tells him he should be wherever his rich clients want him to be. That way they can both benefit. Hatton will become rich and Travis will get funds for his research. Travis briefs them about the trip. A while later, a woman enters the hall, opens a bottle of wine, and sprays the red wine over Hatton's valued clients. She yells that traveling to the past and killing dinosaurs will cost them a lot. Security throws her out, but Hatton quickly makes Mr. Wallenbach laugh. Meanwhile, Travis and his team wonder who the woman is that knows everything and why Hatton is afraid of her. Travis runs outside just before she leaves the building. She tells him that she is Sonia Rand, one of the 7 inventors of the TAMI time machine. The truth is, her research funding was approved by a company through a contract, and years later, after the research ended, she discovered that her contract stated that anything she built would be owned by the funding company. The greedy owner of the company, Hatton, cunningly took her years of hard work, and she does not have her name on Tammy's patent. She confronts them about their injustice, but is surprised to find out why Travis is working with them. Travis takes her to the lab and shows her that he invented a way to copy the DNA strand of animals from the past. Now that wild animals are extinct, he wants to bring back lions to their world by copying their DNA. Moreover, he takes care not to disrupt the past because the time they visit is just before a volcano erupts in 5 minutes, meaning the dinosaurs had to die anyway. Sonia still doubts that it's a foolproof process, as any traveler could drop or bring back anything during the trip. On the other hand, Marcus brings the capsule containing nitrogen, and it suddenly falls. A gas leak begins, and a drop of chemical falls on Travis's gun, which he uses while time traveling. This also controls every traveler's weapon, as they can't shoot at any animal without Travis's command. 2 new visitors enter the building to book a slot for time travel, one of whom looks particularly afraid. They book an early slot by paying a hefty amount, or else they can only get this chance in 6 years. As they walk out of the building, Jennifer accompanies Travis. She wants to know why Wallenbach's daughter came to visit him. She feels a bit jealous, but nerdy Travis does not realize that. The time comes for Travis to take the next travelers to 65 million years ago. He shows them that their guns will work whenever they want to kill a dangerous animal. He explains the rules. They can't step off their path or bring anything back, because if they do, even the tiniest thing, it could kill the animal responsible for incorporating a gene into present-day animals. They enter the time capsule and follow the instructions to stay still. However, Mr. Eccles is very nervous and terrified. They emerge in the past and walk along the track when Middleton spots a strange animal hiding behind a bush. He wants to kill it, but his gun does not work, as it only activates when Travis presses a button to allow it. Suddenly, a huge dinosaur is coming their way. As it gets closer, Travis tells them to shoot, but it doesn't work because Travis's gun was damaged earlier, and he didn't know it. The dinosaur comes nearer, and Travis distracts it using a light. As he falls, Jennifer distracts the dinosaur, but he soon gets up and tells Jenny to go. At the same time, Marcus fixes a gun and throws it toward Travis, who kills the dinosaur. Jennifer catches the falling light, and they are about to leave, but they make sure no one stepped off the track. Unbeknownst to them, one traveler stepped on the soil and is taking it back with them. Middleton is furious that their weapons were not working, which put their lives in danger. He wants to sue Hatton, but Hatton convinces them with flattery that they are pioneers who visited the past for the first time, just like Armstrong visited the moon. As they return, they experience a sudden change in the weather in November. The heat and humidity are rising, and fish are dying on the beaches. Strangely, new trees are emerging from the earth all of a sudden, and Travis is disturbed that these changes are somehow relevant to their interference in the time fabric. The next day, Travis has to take 2 new travelers to the past, but this time he is not happy. As usual, they arrive in the time where there are still 5 minutes before the volcano erupts. But all of a sudden, they sense that something is off. The volcano erupts ahead of schedule, and they have to rush back into Tommy to save their lives. On their return, they discuss in a meeting how TAMI has never made a mistake in its time calculations before. At the same time, the government officer who monitors TAMI travel to ensure safety informs Hatton that after this incident, all meetings will be recorded, and for the time being, they are shutting down Tommy. Hatton speaks with Travis, stressing that they need to resolve the issue quickly, or he will lose a lot of money. Travis reveals his belief that whatever happened is related to their time travel and that he needs to talk to Sonia, as she must know something. On the way to her home, he sees a road cracked in the middle, with a large plant emerging from it. At Sonia's door, there are already people asking why vines are growing all over the building. She makes them go away at gunpoint and does not open the door for Travis either. So Travis disguises himself as a delivery man and enters the house to drop off a bag of fertilizer. He explains how far back they go in time and how frequently they visit. Sonia gets very angry, and standing by the window, she shows Travis the time wave that throws them to the floor, and this is just the beginning. Suddenly, they hear a scream and rush to see what it is. A girl covered with large ants stands at their door and falls down. In an instant, they too are surrounded by the ants, and Travis opens an oxygen cylinder to kill them. He and Sonia jump to avoid the fire that threatens to burn down Sonia's apartment. They fall over a very large tree that was never there. Sonia explains that changes in the time fabric will come in ripples. Initially, it will affect the animals and plants, but ultimately it will reach the humans. Travis takes her to the office, where she seeks permission from Clay to travel once more into the past to correct whatever happened, as they would return to the party as they emerge from the time machine and prevent anything that happened before from occurring. Clay does not allow it, but Hatton reminds him that his reputation is at stake too, so he agrees. Travis prepares to go this time, but he emerges in a different time where he confronts Red Indians. Sensing that a strange time wave is coming, he returns to the present. However, with this time wave, the lights turn off, and every building is dominated by vines and trees. Sonia shares that the time ring never changes, but experiences ripples, so they see changes happening from afar. Travis wants to take a look at the video of the time travel to determine what happened in the past. However, from the video where the dinosaur attacked them and they ran toward Tommy, he cannot see anything that is causing changes in the present-day world. Marcus shares that the weight machine indicates they were 110 grams heavier when they returned from the visit. They realize that, due to the fear of excessive expenditure on time travel, Hatton had turned off the biofilter, so they brought something back without knowing it. They get very angry, but now they can only do one thing. Sonia suggests that she can create a wormhole in time to send Travis back to when the changes occurred to prevent it from happening. He can only do this if he reaches there before the time travelers and will have only 20 seconds along with very low energy. They try to reach Eccles but cannot get in touch with him. Now they need to go to his home, but Sonia warns that there could be other kinds of evolved animals out there, so they take their guns. Clay refuses to leave TAMI unattended, as he is a responsible government employee. On the way, it is dark, and they use torches to see that the road is marked with the footprints of reptiles. Suddenly, a vine entangles Marcus, and its thorns injure him. He also feels something poisonous has been affecting his mobility. Suddenly, a hybrid monkey that looks like a dinosaur snatches Marcus away. Travis follows him, and as the monkey is about to tear into Marcus, Travis lures the monkey toward himself. But surprisingly, its tough skin does not get injured by the bullets. As it prepares to jump on Travis, He shoots at its neck, and it dies. He retrieves Marcus and begins running. A large herd of monkeys starts following them, and Travis tells them to aim for the necks, but they can't kill all of them. Marcus insists they should run away, leaving him behind. Travis does not want to do this, but they cannot drag Marcus along, so they flee, leaving him surrounded by hundreds of monkeys. He sings a childhood poem, facing certain death as the monkeys jump over him. They rush toward Eccles' home, but the building is on fire. As they enter, a strange animal attacks a father and son. Travis shoots the animal in the neck, killing it. Afterwards, they ask the remaining residents about Eccles and find him there. They search through his belongings used in time travel, but find nothing. Now they want to meet Middleton, as he might have brought something back from time. They use a vehicle from the garage to quickly get to Middleton's home, which is covered in strange vines and plants. Middleton does not answer when they knock, as he seems very disturbed. His wife kicked him out of the home, and he lives alone. Travis explains that he just wants to look for his safari suit that he used during time travel. But Middleton appears a little crazy and uses the gun to repel them. He tells Travis that no one can fix the mess that has happened to this world and kills himself on the spot. After he dies, they see that Middleton had brought along a little butterfly attached to his shoes. On their way back to the office, they get attacked by all kinds of animals. The flying creatures tear the roof of their car, and another time wave is fast approaching them. With this wave, they are pushed one step further, and their car rolls over on the ground. The building is filled with water, and TAMI is surrounded by vines all over. Sonia shares that they have only one time wave left, and human evolution will begin. She suggests using the portals to time travel using a particle accelerator. They only have to get Tammy's hard drive and reach the university to use the machine. In doing so, they open a cabinet where they find Clay hiding. He tells them to keep silent as there are some animals. They look toward the roof and hundreds of monkeys are sleeping, hanging from it. Clay refuses to go with them, but as they leave, he expresses a desire to join them. However, they don't hear him, and it wakes the animals, which attack him and kill him. The subway route is the easiest, as the main roads have converted into jungles. They enter a train, but the train roof starts collapsing and water gets inside. A very large snake resembling a fish attacks them, which Travis attempts to kill. It dies, but Travis becomes breathless from being underwater for too long. Sonia pushes him out of the water and gives him mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, and he regains consciousness. At last, they reach the university where Sonia puts the hard drive in the particle accelerator, and Travis prepares to travel using the wormhole. He arrives exactly where they traveled in the past and stops Jenny from taking anything along. He reminds her to turn on the biofilter, and as Middleton loses his balance, he holds him back to prevent him from falling on a butterfly, which would cause all the havoc. Jenny does the same, and they turn on the biofilter while the butterfly flies alive in front of them. They return safely, and upon returning, Jenny tells Travis that she met another version of him in the past who asked them to turn on the biofilter to avoid unintended changes in the world. She also gives him a disc that contains the recording of another Travis, which she successfully hid from Hatton. That day, Travis takes the disc and reaches Sonia's home to show her the disc and help him get out of this job. The movie ends here.